this bloody show.
Hello, friend.
Hello, welcome back to WhatAreMovie. I am Tony.
And I'm Claire.
And we're finally back to watch some more Mr. Robot. I'm very excited about this. I've been excited about getting back to these shows. It's very nice going through like Breaking Bad and getting through it quite quick. Yeah. But then we've been missing Mr. Robot Person of Interest, so yeah, we'll try our best to record more either way. But yeah, last time we just briefly spoke about it because it's been a while. But last time Elliot got his wish and the phone seemed to be Tyrell. A lot of other stuff has happened. $5.9 million was burned. Gideon was shot. Yeah, it's craziness. But yeah, let's see what happens this time. We are on Season 2, Episode 3, and this is EPS 2.1 _ Kernel-Panic.ksd. Kernel Panic.
Is there going to be some panic?
As in kernel, not as in
like
kernel.
A corn.
Yeah. Which I don't think it means that, though, I'm guessing. But who knows? Maybe it's about corn. Yeah. I don't know.
There's some panic.
This aired on the 20th of July, 2016. Directed by Sam Esmail. And written by Sam Esmail. What?
Sorry, I just remembered, Elliot did find the gun in the popcorn maker.
Yeah?
Kernel, popcorn.
We didn't find it. He knew it was there, but yeah.
Wait, he didn't know it, yeah.
Yeah, he knew it was there. Because he saw her put it... Oh, did he see her put it in there? Maybe not.
No, because remember, I was thinking that Elliot had shot Tyrell.
Oh, yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
But he was on the phone.
Yeah.
So there we go.
What happens.
What do you reckon's going to happen this time? What do you hope to see?
I've no idea.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
We hope to see, I don't know, more F Society, more of the other guys.
Yeah. Tyrell, potentially know
finding out what Mr. Robot's been talking about or doing in the night. We'll see, but there we go. Full reaction is in the description. You need your own copy. But make sure to come back where we're discussing the show. Yeah, let's get to it. Let's get on with it. This is a long one. It's an hour.
Gotta take you back to 1924.
Oh, wow.
Husband and wife.
War sanctuary?
Yeah, the whole miniature city scaled down, but the dwarves were the big money maker. Suffice to say, the Bedfords were a big hit. Slices his wife's throat open, stabs his little kids to death, then slits his own wrist. No motive was ever determined.
God. Wonderful.
Cut to the 1960s and landed hard on the pool cue she was holding. Went right through her neck, clean. Killed her right on the spot.
What in the fuck are you telling me this for?
This place has some bad juju.
Fun Society Amusement LLC. Ned wanted to hunting rifle and shot Dad in the face.
Oh my God.
Now, he kicked back so hard he tripped and fell out of his dad's 20-story window. By the time he hit the ground, his head opened up like a Gallagher watermelon. All this commotion stirred awake. He thinks it's cursed.
Yeah. No shit, Sherlock.
Before I left the clink,
I'm not here to rent from me, Romero. I want you to work with us.
Oh, hell no, man. I just got out. I ain't trying to go back no time soon.
He's a little weird. He's gonna love this place.
I love how he told... F Society.
That's how it all started.
I love how he told that whole story and then he's like, I'm not here to rent or buy.
Yeah. So we had a bit of backstory.
A little bit of an origin. Yeah. It's interesting that the first bit of backstory to the whole catalyst for it is not our main characters.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Panic. Here it comes again. Remember? That sudden sensation of fear.
Where are you?
Not yet where I'm supposed to be. But soon, very soon. I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh.
You don't want me to have to worry about you. Think about that night when we became gods.
I'm not gonna let you make me prisoner of my own paranoia again. If you're not paranoid, you need me more than you think you do.
Did we really talk to the most wanted man on the planet?
Why the fuck are you asking them? You heard it. You talked to him.
I talked to you too.
What do you want?
That's a good point.
It's a good point.
What more do you want?
For the panic to finally stop.
Gideon Goddard, owner and CEO of Allsafe Cybersecurity, was shot dead at a bar in Manhattan. Suspected murderer surrendered at the scene.
but it won't.
Like you give a shit. Come on in.
Hey, Mrs. Esmail.
Ah.
Whoa, what the fuck is that smell, man?
They're gonna be on the floor.
It's music.
That's not accidental.
No. Oh my god, the music is so good.
Well,
Oh my.
we haven't lost a character in a while, I guess.
I swear the only way I'm getting through this is having breakfast with you.
Who?
Mets won again. This could be their year. Yeah, I know. I know.
He wasn't having breakfast with anyone.
How do I tell him that someone I cared about died?
Fine. No, that's what you always say, man.
It's Adderall.
This is your fault. Now it's time to get rid of you.
No. They ain't Skittles.
Cool.
What's the daily recommended dosage?
I don't know.
Jeez.
When a computer gets hit with a kernel panic, there's only so much you can do. An internal fatal error sounds pretty fucking bad, you ask me. But being on Adderall was fine.
Walter? Oh.
Do
you know what?
Is this the FBI?
I don't think the FBI do that.
I don't know.
Bad time to OD on.
Elliot and I both warned you he's a liability. He sold drugs.
God damn. Why are you being such an asshole?
Yeah.
What did we do?
Wow.
One chair.
I love that it's one blocked off shot then. That was so good. Looks rightfully terrified.
Yeah. Cement?
What are you doing? What's that for?
Who are these people?
I love how they're not saying a single word.
No.
No, wait.
You can't eat that! Please tell me he's just having a little moment in his head. Please tell me this is a moment. I don't think this is the FBI. I don't think the FBI would do this.
Oh.
Oh, thank God for that. Thank God for that.
Get that Adderall out of your system.
What a great
Those
scene.
shitty pills out of your system.
Oh.
I have burrowed underneath your brain. You will cooperate, my son. I will make you because I own you.
I was gonna say, please tell me when it's done, but I look this way and I can still see it.
He's determined. Oh my god.
I will not be owned.
What a lovely scene. Oh, that's great.
First, I want to offer my condolences. Second, this interview that you've set up, it's all wrong.
I think this is a mistake for them.
Sit down.
Why did they have to sit right next to her?
Have you ever had dinner at Fidelio's?
Chefy?
I think her,
Make a reservation. You've
her
never
face
had
is perfect.
Okay.
Saturday, 8 o'clock. And yes, you're right. Bloomberg. It's more appropriate.
Maybe it was a test. She
Thank
looks
you, sir.
confused.
He probably likes the fact that she'll second guess his.
Yeah.
Sorry, something's going around.
It's okay, I got gloves on.
Well, it doesn't matter much if you stayed on them. Okay.
New York office, you're the first to respond.
Ah.
What?
DiPiero is
Doesn't mean
her.
much. Thousands of FBI names in contact. Did you have them check if the ports are modified at all before using them?
Wow.
Someone was there with the sole purpose of offing him.
I don't really care discussing this with you, given how easily you forgot about what we started.
We might be getting executed by the Dark Army, and this is what you'd rather be discussing?
Or the two of
What
you.
about them?
They won't communicate their
You're not the only person they've talked to.
Oh yeah, Elliot.
He wouldn't do that.
But I'm taking off. I'm not sticking around to be next.
If you're just gonna end up in Arizona, then being dead isn't that much of a downgrade.
And what do you suggest?
I'll talk to Elliot.
I don't think they've interacted this season yet, have they?
No.
I don't trust her or her crazy ass brother. We just committed the crime of the century. And they're trying to cover their tracks. And right now, we're the tracks.
Wow.
A lot
That's
of
a good
life
point.
is a balancing act. I'm very sorry this happened to you. Nevertheless, I still need you to fix this thing for me. The site's been down way too long. That's all I want to do here.
Who is this guy?
I'll put your life back in balance. You know how to stop it. You have to find someone who can migrate the site to another, more secure location. I can't figure it out.
I don't like this guy.
Which one?
This one.
Why?
Seems a bit dodge.
I could try to convince him again.
Okay.
Just because you beat a man's face to a pulp don't mean he gonna know what he don't. We're not animals.
The music's perfect. So that scene felt very intimidating without him being intimidating.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
It's been 3 days since I slept. He's gone.
He looks so happy.
He does look very happy. All it took was eating my own vomit.
Oh, I don't.
I'm way more aware now. Feeling 100%.
I like that.
Yeah, that's great.
He's gone. He's gone. The Adderall is working, and fuck if this drug
He's getting
doesn't
more
feel
like
good.
happy. I think.
Yeah.
So funny. Was there even a fire? It's classic George. Am I right?
I don't like this, bro.
Damn, these dishes look immaculate.
What a great montage.
He's gonna crash
Pretty
at
sure
some
I even
point.
found God.
He's really into it.
Yeah.
Bam.
The ball goes into a hoop. We can finally be back to normal. It'll just be me and you.
Normal.
We'll die
Ah,
together.
what he thinks normal
Maybe I'll
is.
read to you. It's just us.
You're not buying any of this either.
Are you?
That was a real sudden change.
It really was.
Ooh.
The overwhelming fear building. The burrowing. The nesting. The scream. I know, Leon's talking backwards. This isn't good. Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
That's very weird too.
I think people are meant to sleep.
Yeah. Internal fatal error.
Ah.
From which my system cannot safely recover.
The washing machine still go around in his eyes.
Panic.
I think he needs a reboot.
Oh, God. This bloody show.
Day number 6 without sleep.
That's a lovely story.
The panic isn't settling in anymore. It's just there. The scream in my mind is coming back.
That scene was amazing. I loved every second of that.
You are likable. You are attractive. You are beautiful.
Yes, come, please, please. I'd like you to meet 2 of your colleagues.
SVP of BA.
Angela.
Yeah, that was a lot of letters.
Yeah, I don't know why they ever made.
Master of the Universe.
Oh, he's so funny.
All right.
I'm gonna leave now. I think we should be here.
Alexa, when is the end of the world?
Well, that's a jump. That's some real post-masturbation like clarity going on in her brain. It's just like...
Any second now he's gonna come back, and my mind will be under siege again.
Kept punching him and punching him, and I hated him so much. He was Indian.
What the hell?
I knew that was God showing up for me in that moment.
My God.
He forgave me.
Jesus loves you. And this was clearly just a test.
But you failed.
God can help you.
Is that what God does? Why didn't God help my innocent friend who died for no reason, while the guilty roamed free? Okay.
He's got a interesting point.
Forget the one-offs. How about the countless wars declared in his name? Okay, fine. Let's skip the random meaningless murder for a second, shall we? How about the racist, sexist, phobia soup we've all been drowning in because of him? I'm talking about all organized religion. If I don't listen to my imaginary friend, why the fuck should I listen to yours?
Yep.
God damn.
People think even I'm not crazy enough to believe that distortion of reality.
Dang.
He's quite insightful on his words when he's coming off drugs.
So fuck God. He's not a good enough scapegoat for me.
Wow.
It's got awkward in here.
Please tell me I didn't say all of that out loud. Shit, I did.
Usually that's just for us, but...
Yeah.
We'll have lunch. On you.
They tell the best jokes, these guys. It's always about money or power.
I don't know. What's the point of that dinner?
He's the reason we do our Toys for Tots program. And Saul is the chair of our non-profit arm. They were both in the room with Colby when they made that grave error, covering up the leak in your hometown.
Wow. Just as you think you're having a nice dinner,
yeah,
you get slapped around the face.
CFO has discovered both Jim and Saul have been engaged in some really nasty insider trading.
He's going to fire them, isn't he?
Enough evidence in there to put them away for years.
Well,
the minute you remove emotion, you'll do just fine.
Wow. what a dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard you had an interesting night.
Threw it out for a reason.
5 years, 7 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days ago, my wife passed away. I started talking out loud. For a second, I thought I was crazy. I realized who I was talking to. You and me are a lot more alike than you think, Elliot.
Well, I mean, he's got a point. He's got a point, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know the cops took all your joints. I can help roll them for you if you'd like. I used to do it all the time for my kid brother.
What an offer. FBI agent offering to roll your joints for you.
All right.
Sold.
That's all you have to promise.
That chubby boy. You mind if you grab me a glass of water?
Oh.
Was that at her house? Was that at her house?
No. Do you not remember where they had the party?
What do I
Someone's house.
No.
Oh, at the amusements.
Yes.
Control is about as real as a one-legged unicorn taking a leak at the end of a double rainbow.
Wow.
That's a metaphor.
When you fall, you gotta get up. I reject that shit, man. The whole thing is a fall. It can't help but be. It's about stumbling. Stumbling in the right direction. Do you still see him?
I shouldn't have come. I don't want to talk about this.
Yes, you do.
I really don't get what this guy is.
He's quite observant.
Yeah.
Isn't going to last. You play chess?
He's a chess player, that's what he is. I looked away.
You did!
That was a great grace.
It was me just like...
I was like, what?
Is Ray right? A footing.
Just keep stumbling along.
Maybe we're all just stumbling from the right questions to the wrong answers.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Just as F society, doesn't it?
Just staring him in the face.
And
well. Ugh. So that was Colonel Panic. What do you think of that one?
The most disgusting episode I've ever watched.
Disgusting?
I was about ready to gag.
What, when he was eating his...
Yeah.
Do you know
Could
what?
you imagine if I started to gag?
If you threw up, that'd be a reaction.
I was just like, no. It was just, the texture of it, like, porridge. Think of that. Next time you have oatmeal.
Physically, like, literally, they probably used porridge. That's usually what they do. It reminded me of the Eric Andre show. There's a bit where he throws up, and then the woman who's on there, she, like, looks away and is, like, disgusted. And then he's like, what the hell's wrong with you? And then he starts slurping it up again. So it reminds me exactly of that. She walks off. I was surprised you didn't.
There was one thing that was like, when his hand went in it, and I was just like, no, I can't. And then, and I was just like,
so good.
Because the screen for the recording is there. I
You
tried to look away, and then I just continued to get the same image.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Well, what did you think of the episode otherwise?
That was good.
It was
a few
really
bits
good.
that I'm like, I'm just confused with that guy.
Which one? Ray.
Yeah.
I guess there's a point to it being confusing.
Yeah, because I'm like,
don't
you
know
obviously
what
saw
he-
him first asking about.
Yeah.
Can't remember what he asked Elliot at first. at
Yeah,
the
he just
basketball.
said, I think we should work together. I know what you do. And then he's like, I thought we were cool. We spoke before. I thought we was going to do this. But yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's the whole bit of a mystery to
Yeah,
it.
and
So.
because of the little clip. Why can't I?
Should we go in order? I've basically written in order what happened to keep track of things because I knew it's an hour-long episode. So we start off with a nice story about 1927 or 24.
Oh, the cursed amusement.
The cursed amusement park that was originally named Games. So yeah, did you think that was a present-day scene at first? I feel because you was like, oh, you said we hadn't seen Romero for a while, and then here he is. But
then I was getting the feel that I was like, this is.
I mean, as he was saying it, and
Yeah.
as things were going, he was explaining what the building was, and you'd be like, why would he be explaining this to Mobley, who's already been there? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had the nice story of it being cursed. It was horrible, though. It was like, this guy stabbed his wife and...
Wait. First of all, that guy made a little miniature village for dwarfs.
Yeah, but then nothing horrible happened with that. But
I was expecting him to kill them all.
No.
I thought that's where it was going, and I was going to be
No.
like, so he killed his wife, his kids, and then went on a massacre. And
No, he slit his
that's
wrists, yeah. And then he moved
bizarre.
on, and then a woman fell back and impaled herself on a pool cue.
Pool cue, yeah, through the neck.
And then a guy went to shoot his dad, and the recoil flung him 20 floors off a thing.
And then his
the
brother got
blamed.
arrested for it because
And
it was
he's-
in.
Yeah, and his brother is the one who shared a
owns
cell
it now,
with him,
yeah,
right?
and shares
Yeah,
the cell.
Clyde.
No, just like a whirlwind story, isn't it? And you're like, what?
But he gave the keys to Romero, and he asked him to burn it, but he didn't want to do it. Basically, the place doesn't exist.
No.
And he knew Mobley wanted to do something, so he was like, you can have it for cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I want to go. But then Mobley's like, I'm not here to buy.
Yeah. I want you to work with us.
Yeah. This guy's crazy.
Yeah. I did like
you'll like
it.
him. No, actually, you won't like it.
I did like when they left, and then he was like, what happened to the you in the end?
Yeah,
and he was like,
yeah.
oh, that's a whole other story.
And it's, F's to say all that time. Yeah, he also... I like how he was saying how like the place doesn't exist because nobody wants anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I'm siphoning electricity from the grid.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's where we learnt about. I like that. Like I said, it was weird. We got a backstory
Because
to...
I do feel like maybe in one of the past episodes, we were like, who's this, like...
Yeah, we never
It
really...
was like, where is this
This is the
amusement
first we've
come
heard about
from?
it.
Like,
I like that. Yeah, we've got an answer to that.
Yeah.
But obviously, that's the first kind of... I guess that's the earliest idea or the inception of this whole thing they were doing.
Yeah.
Came from. Like we've not learned anything else really of how it came to be, I guess. But yeah. From there, we got to a montage of the city, but it went to Elliot on the phone again.
Oh, yes, back to that phone call.
Yeah, I like the bit where so Tyrell's like, I don't want to talk
No,
about
like,
it.
we can't talk.
Yes.
People are listening.
Well, he didn't say that exactly, but Elliot was like, you think people are listening.
Yeah. I did like when he leaned forwards and his mum was just watching TV that was like...
Yeah, and you could even hear on the TV about the riots and stuff. And I like the bit where Tyrell was saying something about where the night we became gods.
Yeah.
I still think about that night, me and you. Yeah, didn't get much more information because Mr. Robot
hung up the phone.
And Elliot was like, you're trying to make me paranoid again. And he's like, if you're not paranoid, I can't help you. You need to be paranoid.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Is that when they heard on the TV? I think they heard on the TV about Gideon. So he found out.
Yeah.
And then that kind of freaked him out a bit more.
Freaked him out, yeah.
Yeah, so... cut to Mobley knocking on the door of Mrs. Romero.
Oh, yes, that little... Yep. You saw her mum.
And then finding out Romero's not there.
Yeah. That blood was quite dried up as well, so it was like...
days,
how long
probably.
had he been...
Because, like, she's even like... Well, she can't see anything.
No.
Cataracts, which he even mentioned before.
Yeah.
Still a thing that's plaguing her. Because, like, he even asked in that part, he's like, how much? It's got to pay good. And then Mobley's like, well, this kind of pays for everything. Kind of, I feel like kind of as a hint towards the fact that they're not getting paid for this. This is kind of like a...
You get paid in the long run.
Yeah, it's getting back at the whole system. And
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of, I feel like that kind of, so her still having the cataracts kind of plays into the fact that, well, he hasn't been able to pay it off or help her. So, yeah. But, yeah, I like the whole long, it took a while going into there. It didn't just show him straight away. It was very drawn out. And he's like, oh, what's that smell? And it didn't even show him straight away. I liked that before. I know, like, in one of our previous reactions where it didn't show... God, what's her name? I can't even remember her name now. Shayla.
Yeah.
It didn't show Shayla straight away, and you were, like, freaking out, like, what's happening? But that's kind of... I like that about the show. It takes its time.
Yeah.
It builds the tension.
It concerns me who's killed him, though.
Yes, that's the whole thing.
Because I'm like, you've got this Ray dude that we're a bit like... Later on in the episode, you see whatever they're trying to do. They've beaten some guy to the pulp in front of his family, because his family was in the background of that.
I don't know if did he beat his face to a pulp then? I don't think he did.
Know,
I think the way he was talking,
his family's there, and like,
I think this was because he said again.
Yeah,
and I feel like this was like he'd been beaten before, but his family was there.
Like those people are obviously aggressive, whatever they're doing.
But they're freaking out, thinking, "Is it the Dark Army?"
Yeah.
Are they covering their tracks?
Yeah, you've got them thinking it's the F Society, what's left thinking it's the Dark. But then there's also a part of me that I'm like, we full well know Elliot, in his Mr. Robot state, has gone to
that's even what Mobley
Romero.
Said. Yeah.
Before.
And put a gun on him.
And put a gun on his face.
That's even what Mobley said at one point. He was like, he pulled a gun on Romero.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That you're like, crap. And you know that Elliot has these blackout phases where he is Mr. Robot. Like, and he's aware he's got nights where the moment he slept, Mr. Robot's taken over. So I'm like, oh my god, has Elliot killed him?
I mean, I feel like
Ray killed him?
He lost the whole...
Dark Army killed him?
He lost like a whole month, did he?
Yeah.
Where he woke up in the Jeep.
Yeah.
So, who knows what he's been doing, but... Yeah, there we go. But after that, we cut to Ray having breakfast.
Yep, chatting away.
And he's got his dialysis machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, chatting.
But you couldn't see anyone on the table with him, so it
Like,
looked
like
he was talking on his own.
Yeah, we don't know.
But then it's like you said about that.
He said in a previous episode that he'd been talking to his wife this morning. She like he chats away to her or something. It's something like. She says I chat too much or something like that, he said. But yeah, he has mentioned his wife before.
So
yeah, and you were like, what is this scene? What's going on? I understand. And then we cut to Elliot's buying morphine. But it's not morphine.
It's Adderall.
It's Adderall. Yeah.
And then you kind of see Mr. Robot a bit like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? That's not going to help with anything. Morphine. He's like, it's not morphine, it's Adderall.
Adderall.
He's like, you can't get rid of me. But
and I like how he holds it up.
Down, yeah, he's like, it must look so weird to other people.
And then just like,
just standing in the middle, like, yeah.
If I was the drug dealer, I'd be like, mate, put it away, walk on.
Yeah.
Like, the drug dealer's just there, like how obvious. If anyone was watching that he's just got up next to this guy and then is like,
Yeah.
I bet. Hey.
He's just going at it. And then we got his nice speech about Colonel Panic, which is when there's an internal fatal error, yeah. Internal fatal error,
yeah,
where it's it sounds pretty effing bad is what you said, I think, but yeah, we got a nice montage though, right, of him. Is that when we got the montage of him? Yeah, because he did the Adderall, right?
Yeah, he was so happy.
No, it wasn't when we got the montage. What we got was him walking along and a man in a hat stopping him.
Oh, yeah.
In one of the coolest
It looked
scenes.
like Walt when he dresses up as Heisenberg in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, Walt?
Imagine if it was and it just crossed over and we were like, wait, what?
Yeah. And then he got like taken into a
Kidnapped.
car. And I was like,
well,
and he's like, is it the FBI?
Yeah.
So Gideon said something.
He only, like, the whole scene in that, the guy said something straight away, something about, come with us, Mr. Alderson, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Like, he got bag on his head, he's definitely panicking.
Because there was me like, I don't think the FBI would do that. And you're like, well,
and then the really cool shot of that warehouse or wherever it is.
Garage
it's just a empty
chair.
Cool lock-off shot, and then see him get strapped in.
Chair.
And then they were getting a wheelbarrow. What did you think they were going to do?
I did not know.
Did you expect cement in the mouth?
No, I did not. That is
such a cool. But yeah, they didn't say a word. He was like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" And then
he
they
just started choking.
cement in his mouth. And yes, you were rightly guessing at that point. You're like, "Is this a freak out?"
Yeah, it's.
I think the scene was the perfect length where you didn't guess it far too early.
No, it was
you guessed
really
it
well
right
done.
as it was happening. And I think
Yeah.
that goes to play on the strength as well of the writing and direction in this episode. Again, it's Sam Esmail, the creator.
Yeah, but I think it's half the thing as well that when things like that happen, I'm like, okay, you would definitely die, I think, if you ate cement.
Yeah, probably.
That you're very aware as well that he is the main character of the show. He's not about to die. This is in his head. Twice now in this series.
He got shot in the head.
He's nearly died.
Yeah.
God.
They're coughing up.
Yeah,
well,
and then
puking up.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about this scene
Oh,
again.
we do. So
No, we
puked up
don't.
all the Adderall. No, Mr. Robot was just sitting there. Did you
I
notice?
did like how Mr. Robot was sat there with the hat and the shovel.
Yeah, I wondered
like,
if you
the
noticed.
little bits from what he
Yeah.
was imagining to make him throw up. And
Yeah.
then Mr.
It's
Robot was
great.
kind of like, I'm still
Yeah.
powerful over you or whatever.
I've burrowed deep into your brain.
Yeah.
You cannot get rid of me. And then it's like, challenge accepted. And he's just covered in it.
Oh.
That scene and the music is great though. Just the amount of puke and the... Yeah, what a scene.
And then you happily see him because he takes the Adderall, and then we got the lovely...
Yeah, I don't think that happened straight away though.
Did it not?
No. Next, it cuts to Mobley on the train. He's looking a bit...
Oh
there's
yeah, the police officers. But the police officers were kind of looking at him as well.
Yeah,
It was
he
like,
looked a bit paranoid, but
and
I
then
think that's a
Darling-
lot of this show is paranoia, and
Yeah.
they even spoke about paranoia earlier, and and I think the whole him freaking out in the Adderall is playing into his paranoia of
Yeah.
Gideon maybe speaking, and because I mean we even saw a scene of Gideon talking to the FBI, so and he said I'm going to go to them and tell them, but then Darlene walked up.
Yeah.
Remember what she said?
No.
She said, "Oh, what do you expect? He dealt drugs." And it's
Yeah.
like he died. Like she's been so
Yeah.
heartless.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Jesus, what have we got ourselves into?"
Is that when they went to...
Oh, I think it cut back to the cement and the thing. Yeah.
Oh.
So, but no. Next, it went to Philip in his office and Angela.
That weird scene with...
I mean, Philip's a weird guy.
Yeah, he's such
I don't know if he's doing stuff to test her.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird, isn't it?
Because he was like, "Oh, we're going to go to Fox." And then she's
and-
like, she went to leave, and then she's like,
I
"Actually,
don't think that's a good idea.
she's standing up for herself."
She is. And then he's like, take a seat. And it's like, oh, God.
And then he comes and sits right close. And
Have
he's
you
like,
ever had dinner?
yeah, it's so weird. And then her response is perfect. She's like, "What the heck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And then they arrange dinner and then talk about the
8
picture. I don't actually know what that picture was. Do you?
I don't know if it was like a cartoon of the JFK assassination. Because it was like a horse and cart and it was someone being shot.
But yeah, he wasn't in a horse and cart though.
No, he was in a car, wasn't he?
He was in a car and he was sniped.
Yeah. Maybe it was an assassination from...
I don't know if it was...
It was to do with a... It was definitely a...
Oh. It's Franz Ferdinand, World War One.
Oh,
I thought I recognised it.
How the hell?
What is this? It's what triggered World War One, I believe.
Really?
Him being killed in Poland? I might be completely wrong there. Was it
What's that?
What's this?
Austrian.
Yeah, heir to Austrian throne assassinated, wife by sight. Yeah, so I think it's what triggered World War One, I believe. So that's what. Yeah, I'm glad I recognise that. Yeah, there we go.
Well done. Wow. That's smart points for you.
Smart points for me. We can have a little board for a little star. Oh, I've lost my page. Yeah. So
but
I don't remember what he said about it. What did he say?
Well, he'd noticed that she always
looked at it. Yeah.
And because when she first went into his office as well, he said.
Sorry, start again.
I hit my face.
Yeah, you did.
When she went into his office to begin with, he also said, like, kind of sorry about the death of Gideon.
Oh, yeah, and she's like, I'm pretty broken up about it.
Yeah. And if you think, like, so that's now happened, and she obviously had that person live on the TV, shot with his bag that he didn't wanted with him at all times.
Yeah.
Not shot with the bag, because that's weird, but you know what I mean. That he pointed out that she always looked at that, and then he made the very snarky comment about how one bullet can
Is that what he
change
said?
change the future, and it's kind of like how one bullet, the importance of one bullet. And the effect it has. Yeah, he did say something about it, and I was thinking, wow, you've just said, I'm really sorry about Gideon's death, and then it's
that's
like, one
literally
bullet.
what it was. Like, one bullet killed Franz Ferdinand, which started World War One.
Yeah.
Crazy. So, yeah, there we go. We went on to Di Piero, the FBI agent, sitting, watching TV, scrolling on her phone, reading about the riots
Social
and stuff
anxiety.
and all that. Yeah,
4
3 a.m. And then she just got up and got ready, downed 10 cups of coffee.
Cups of
that was
coffee.
3, actually.
Was it 3?
Yeah, at least 3.
Yeah. Put some concealer under her eyes.
Yeah, and then off she goes to Romero's house.
Yes.
And there's a lovely guy just coughing and sneezing away.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people like that. I mean, it's really weird how I've seen parallels in this to the real world. There's riots and there's things going on. The world's collapsing. It's kind of like the real world now, and has been for the last few years. And then a guy just like not caring for anyone else, coughing and sneezing away.
Yeah.
He's like, I've got gloves on, and she's like, well, it doesn't really matter if you've sneezed on the gloves.
I loved the bit where they went to get some stuff out of Romero's computer, and she was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, just...
And she said, have they checked if any of the ports have been modified?
Yeah. You know, he's a hacker, like, he's going to cover his tracks regardless. There's going to be like fail-safes, isn't there?
Yep.
And he was like, what? And then you just saw this fire behind it, and you're like, wow.
Yeah. She took some I like how the guy had the clipboard. I was like, she took some photos of some evidence, and it was a leaked list of FBI.
Which her name was on.
Yeah, Dominique Di Piero. So.
And then she just kind of left, didn't she, and said, talk to you about a Z-Pack.
Yeah, it's very irresponsible of you to do. Then we cut to Trenton's house. We finally see Trenton again.
Yeah.
And they're discussing the Dark Army, which we've already kind of spoke about. So they think it's the Dark Army. Darlene's like, it's not.
It's not the Dark Army. They're then like, what about Elliot?
They're both like, you two are the only people that have spoken to them. How can we trust you?
That's what Darlene was like. The Dark Army don't know they exist.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Why would they be pinpoint?
Could they have spoken though? Could Elliot spoken? Who knows?
That's the thing.
But yeah, he said he's off to Arizona.
Yeah.
And he was trying to convince Trenton, kind of, that like this is not good. They're covering their tracks.
And Darlene said she was going to talk to Elliot.
Yeah. Which we didn't get, but maybe we'll get next time.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And then Elliot's having a whale of a time, right?
Before that, no.
Oh, something else happened.
Yeah, this was a dense. There's a lot going on.
Oh, God.
We cut to Ray chatting away to someone.
Oh, the guy.
What a scene as well. It's so good. The camera just one take pans around.
Yeah.
To slowly reveal this guy's cowering family.
Yeah, the
and
cowering
his
family
face.
to begin with, and then the extent of his face.
So do you remember what they were talking about?
They were talking about wallets keep being emptied on the thing.
So they were talking about a website.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin wallets keep getting emptied, and the server keeps crashing. But he doesn't know how to fix it. He's tried, but he's saying you need to migrate it to another site and have hot and cold wallets or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I cannot do it. Very intense scene, but Ray, he has a very calm demeanor about him.
He
He's
does.
very, but intimidating.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But that guy's face was messed up. So.
It was. And then it cut to him outside.
He went outside to
the other guy, which he explained what the guy said.
He's like, shall I sort him out again?
And then he's like, you can't teach him.
Yeah, beating him up ain't going to teach him something he don't know.
He doesn't know, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was quite a fair point that you're like,
Yeah, he seems like a smart man.
Which is clearly, I think, why they're after Elliot.
Yeah.
Because they know Elliot can do what they need done.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get on the good side of Elliot.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to find the right person. So
yeah.
There you go. And then it's been 3 days since Elliot has slept.
Yay, happy Elliot!
He's very happy. He looks crazy.
So happy.
He's the perfect casting for this. His face,
yeah, I love when he's walking down the street and like each of them, like
getting
that whole.
happier.
The whole scene of that
it
was
amazing.
Done amazingly.
Yeah. You saw him looking into what else were the happy parts? He was excited about basketball.
He was in church going, Amen, Amen, Amen.
Yeah, he was loving it.
Slam dunk!
Oh, he's getting really into the Seinfeld talk. And Leon's like, I don't like this. This is not normal. And then that's when it was like, you're not buying any of this, are you?
No. And I really loved how they did that. And then like the tablet and like how it was glitching out and all.
It's so good. That's why I love this show. It was like having like computer glitching, basically. Like there was errors coming up.
Kernel panic.
Yeah, exactly. And
like
it was
pixelating,
and it was all and it was getting worse quality, and there was like looping of the basketball, which was getting worse and worse quality.
Yeah,
it was just so good.
Just kept popping the pills.
And then there's the creepy 3 children with the masks on.
Oh God, no.
He's like, yeah, that's weird. I love how he speaks to us as well.
He's like, this isn't good, sort of thing.
Yeah, and there's even the part before that where he's happy. He was like, we can have meals together, I can read to you.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're not buying it. And then it just all glitching out and going crazy and weird. And
it was so good.
Yeah, it's what I love about this show. So it's so out there, it's so weird. But it turned out it was like 6 days since he slept, and he was running out of Adderall, and yeah, there we go.
It's really intense, that whole thing.
That scene,
whoa.
yeah, one of my favourite scenes so far, I think. Along with, we had the other scene in... It was when he went to the house to take the drugs, and then it went crazy, like, for a restaurant of fish and all that stuff. Yeah, I love it. But yeah, that was my favourite scene, I think, so far. Do you think there's a better scene for you in the series so far?
I don't think so.
I think that one matches it. I think they're just as good. There's been other parts of... the laughing scene was great. There's been a lot of good stuff. But, we cut to Angela at dinner. It's outside the restaurant. The restaurant's pretty much empty.
No.
What?
Before that, we see her at her apartment, looking in the mirror again.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't write that bit down. She was telling me I was beautiful.
I'm beautiful. Like, sometimes you just need that pep talk. And it's
we've seen her doing this before. She had a tape. She was watching a video. Right? So
I think she is a bit above her. She's kind of a bit above her head.
She's a little bit out of her depth.
Yeah. Like,
but she seems
she's
to be
PR manager, isn't she?
Yeah, she seems to be adapting to it and trying to and owning it, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I was a bit like, I really don't get this dinner to begin with, because it was obviously Angela, him, and
it was Saul Weinberg and Jim Chutney. What name?
Yeah, with lots of letters, and I was a bit like,
Yeah.
because he was kind of saying about
Well,
work.
even when she first arrived there, again, one shot of her walking through this
Yeah.
empty restaurant with rioters outside, it kind of sets the scene perfectly.
Yeah.
And then
But she
she
didn't
looked.
know.
Well, as soon as she got closer, she kind of looked a bit worried.
Yeah, she's a bit like, wait,
she didn't know
what's
they were going to be
happening
there.
here? Yeah.
And then.
And then I was like, wait, is she gonna change jobs? Like, that was my first thought in that whole scene, that I was like, are these gonna offer her a job with them?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want her
No.
anymore, sort of. It was very awkward, and I was really like, what is the point of this? And the
turned out
two
the
guys
point-
kept laughing,
Yeah,
didn't
they were
they?
doing
And I
like
was a
little
bit like,
jokes, and they were having.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, me and Angela are going to have one last drink. And they're
Yeah,
like, oh,
they're like,
yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, thank you for the dinner.
Yeah,
Well, dinner
Angela
with you, you'll pay next time.
lunch,
Like I said,
yeah.
the jokes were about power. Like he said,
Yeah.
he like, introduced himself after they did to Angela, and he was like, "I'm Philip Price, Master of the Universe?"
Yeah, Master of the Universe, yeah.
Which I said, their jokes are all about power and
Yeah.
money, and yeah.
And then,
they left.
Yep.
And then he was like, "They're very good people. They're
Yeah.
great, lovely people."
Lives in this place with the
Works for the
family.
company 27 years.
27
Does
years.
the Tots for Toys for Tots program.
Yeah.
Works in the
This other guy is his grandkids.
he works in the wing, like the non-profit wing or whatever.
Yeah.
They're both scuzzbags.
Yeah.
They were both in the room with.
Yeah. You just saw her whole
Yeah.
demeanor, because you kind of
They were in the
feel
room
that
with Colby.
she was kind of really stressed
Yeah, she was
in the
she was a bit
situation.
uncomfortable anyway.
When they left,
Yeah.
you saw her mood change slightly, because she was like, okay, she
Put her
starts
front,
like, okay, yeah. She's a bit more comfortable with just him.
Yeah.
Bit more comfortable, not completely comfortable. But then the moment that was mentioned, you just saw, like...
Yeah.
It's almost like the blood rushed from her. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like... oh.
So they were there when the decision was made
Yeah.
with Colby as well, to cover up the town, the leakage
Yeah.
and all that, which eventually killed her mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
so
he gave her a disc
he was
with
like,
evidence.
they're in some nasty insider trading, and they're
Yeah.
both idiots. They're doing it together. They
Yeah.
never do anything
They
alone.
talk about it to... They're thick
Yeah.
as thieves.
Yeah.
And
So
gave...
if you were like, is he going to fire them to like? I guess you were thinking, is he going to like try and win her over by firing
Yeah.
them? But then he's like, it's your decision.
Yeah.
You can do it if you want. And then she was like, I don't like what you're doing. Whatever.
I thought
it is.
it was like a power thing. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
is he going to fire them?
No.
To show, just to remind her of the power that he has. That.
I guess this kind of shows that anyway.
But
'cause
yeah,
he's
it
like-
still does, but in a
yeah,
different way.
He's like,
but he's also showing her the power that he has by giving the decision to her.
yeah. And I think that that's a smart thing for him to do, because then it's like, it's all down to her what she wants to do. And if she does it, or he's given her the option anyway, he's basically kind of not redeeming the situation, but kind of trying to make the situation better for her, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense. Try and make it like,
He understands that these people have...
I mean,
that she sees that they've done wrong because of
Yeah.
what they've done. But
I don't think
it's
he's-
not the only thing they've done wrong, and they have done good.
Yeah.
That it is like where he's trying to get her to understand that there's a very weird line.
good people can do bad things as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think he's doing it in that sense to try and make himself look better or anything like
No.
that. He's just doing it as a complete like a power move, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what do you reckon she'll do?
I don't know.
You reckon she'll do it?
Thing is,
He said you got to remove all emotion. And then
yeah,
it's-
that's the thing with Angela though. I feel like her character that we've seen, she's quite an emotional character.
Yeah.
That knowing that he's a grandkid and he's done this, like
I feel like she's
it's
moving.
all-
I feel like she's moving towards the emotionless stuff, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what evil cop will do to you.
Yeah.
Drain your soul. Yeah, so there we go. Next it cut to a scene. Kind of awkward.
Oh yeah, we don't need to talk about that. So.
DPR. How did she get my messages? I thought that
Are
was
you
on
gonna
wrong.
edit Tony?
But like, no.
It was such a weird, like, because you're like, oh god, she's... And then it was just like...
What, just show you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then she was like, no, stop, do you mean?
Yeah, just...
Yeah.
Just like... You're like, okay. And then it's like, no.
Well, I don't know. She just had second thoughts about it all. She realised what she was doing, I
And
guess.
then she was like... Alexa,
when is the end of the world?
When is the end of the world?
Like I said in the reaction, I was like, that's some real post-masturbation, like, I can't even think of the word.
Searches?
No, it's like, like regret. You're like, oh, what have I done? Yeah, so that was that scene.
Yeah,
but then
and
she looked at her phone.
At the names again.
Didn't wash her hands. Looked at her phone.
Lovely.
Her face. Yeah, to see her name on there again. I guess she was. Yeah, she's worried about it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. What are they doing with that information? I guess. Well, she knows that.
Well, she kind of like.
She knows they've all been leaked anyway.
Yeah, because she kind of brushed it off pretty quick at the thing, didn't she? She was like, "Oh, it's just a list they've been leaked."
Although she did kind of focus on her name there and on her phone. So yeah, and there we go. But then we cut to church. Elliot's having a not so good time now. But we had a horrible man talking about the racist horrible man.
Yeah, kind of like, I just didn't get it, because I was like, you're talking about, like, the way he was saying it, it was almost like he was trying to ask for forgiveness.
Oh no, he was saying...
Yeah, but he was asking, the way it came across to begin with, that he was talking about this situation where
he was
he
trying
did
to
say really bad and he was racist.
Yeah.
But then he started to do the racist accent that he was doing, and I was thinking, you haven't learned anything, mate.
And then he even went to say, like, his whole point was he's Indian. That was, like, he had no reasoning for how, like, he's just racist.
And I guess that he thinks he did the right thing because
the sun started shining.
The sun shone on him after.
And he was like, oh, that's... And even the woman was like, that's Jesus forgiving you, or God forgiving you.
It's like, you just killed a man.
Well, did he kill him? He punched it. He said he beat him a lot.
Probably.
I don't know if he killed it. Yeah, maybe he did. Even the guy next to him, though, was like, what the hell is wrong with these
Very
people?
weird scene. I totally get Elliot
kind of laughed.
Flipping.
Oh, that was such a great speech.
He was really just like this, wasn't he?
Yeah. He did a little kind of chuckle or a laugh or a noise, and she was like, Elliot, you got something to say?
Yeah.
And then he went off. He went off on organised religion.
Yeah.
Basically. Which I think this show, we've gone through quite a lot. It's going at a lot of stuff. A lot of organised... So when it's been at capitalism and at just general like power and now organised religion and
I couldn't help but think of what those people must. Sometimes you talk about it like it's happening in real life, but you know, like when you think of this episode and you're like, so like 2 days prior he was there. Really happy on that handrail, like amen, and then today he's like, this is organised.
Yeah.
This is all part of a plan to control everyone, and it's like they must be thinking.
It's such a good speech, and he's like, he was like, what about like my innocent friend who got shot for no reason? And he's like, okay, well, forget about the one random act or the one like random thing. And he's like, what about all the pointless wars that are fought for like in his name? It's like, okay, we'll forget about the random.
Oh, and also I like it when he's like, I'm not meant to talk to my imaginary friend, so why am I going to talk to your imaginary friend? And it's like...
literally said F God at the end, basically.
Yeah, and just left. It was like, oh, I don't think it'd be
But
bad.
no, at first he was like, did I say that aloud?
Yeah, and they were all just like...
Run off, chuck the book in the bin. Crazy scene. It's so good. That was another great scene. I mean, it's full of them. But so we got to Ray in the cafe talking to Elliot. Saying,
Elliot was sat there before, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he brought his book back.
Yeah, and he brought his book back to him.
He's like,
there was also two characters in the background that I thought looked a bit sheepish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they kind of just like went around, and I'm like, wait, are they with Ray? Like,
okay, yeah. I think I did notice. Yeah, it's because there was some chefs, but then there was another two. Yeah, in front. No, but then he was like, me and you are quite alike. And he was telling the story of how he was grieving for his wife.
Yeah, and then we're like, wait, he said he spoke to his wife. And then we realised that dinner breakfast scene was him talking to his wife.
But he said, like, after a while, he just came down, made breakfast, started talking to himself. Did it the next day.
And
then he realised who he was talking to. Really cool. I like it. Very connection with Elliot. He talks to his dad, who's dead. So he said he's they're alike.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after that, we had Piero went back to Romero's, and then offered to roll a joint for her, which is really funny.
And that's when she started coughing, didn't she? So she got a drink, asked for a drink, and then she found pieces of paper
with
and
like printings on them of like it looked like computer jargon and stuff. And then she kept digging,
and then saw the F Society.
I like how as well. Sorry, the mum spoke about her characters and that he don't have no friends. He's just the chubby boy, and that's it. But I can't tell you from my cat, so I don't know who he is.
Have you seen my cat?
But then she found the flyer.
Yeah, for F Society's party.
End of the world party.
End of the world party.
But yeah, so she found the end of the world flyer, and then But we cut back to Ray and Elliot.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. What is this, Ray? Because it looked a bit like a psychiatrist sort of.
Oh, an office.
Yeah, it was a very weird office.
Not quite the same as his old psychiatrist.
No.
I wanted to talk about that as well, because we had a scene, like in the first episode or something like that, of the show, where he started talking out loud about how bad capitalism is.
Yeah.
And then it cut to her saying, "You're not saying anything aloud.
Yeah.
You're not talking," which is quite a nice contrast to this,
where he doesn't know
he
if
thinks he's
is.
talking out in his mind, but
he's talking out loud.
But yeah, it didn't look like her office.
No, but they were just talking, weren't they? And
about control, and like he was saying how his wife was the best driver, followed all the rules.
Yeah.
But in the end, it didn't even matter.
On that day.
Didn't get an explanation of what happened.
No.
I'm guessing someone else caused something. But like, that's the thing. You can do everything right. You can be the nicest person. You can do all the good things. It just takes one thing,
innit?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
But yeah, they were talking about control and everything.
He's talking about we're all stumbling in the dark, basically, and people say when you fall, you get back up.
Yeah.
But I don't live by that bullshit.
It's
a constant fall. We're just falling constantly, and you just
need
gotta
to know which way we need to stumble.
Yeah. And then he's like asking about, do you still see him? Like the person you lost.
You talk about in the book.
Yeah.
Because he'd read the book.
Yeah. And then Elliot's like, I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you do. You do. And then Elliot stops. He's like, do you want to play chess? Or do you play chess? I need a good person to play chess. And yeah. As he got up, Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot was there.
Great. So good. And then Elliot started talking, the voiceover, talking about like control and whether we are we're asking the wrong questions and getting the right answers, or the other way around. I can't remember which one I said, but are we all just stumbling? That's what he's debating it as well. What do you think? Are we all stumbling?
I feel like it sometimes.
I mean, I think so, yeah. I feel like life is pretty much that. It's just taking it as it comes, really, isn't it? So.
The thing is, life isn't perfect.
No.
And it doesn't matter how much you plan what you're going to do.
Yeah.
The chances of that plan...
Something else is going to come up.
There's so many different factors that
variables.
weigh in.
Yeah.
It just never works out.
I like that whole concept of this whole episode was like one little thing can change anything and you're not really in control of it.
You're in control of like the end destination. Like, we know what we're doing and we know where we've got to get to.
Yeah.
But the straight path that you originally plan will never be straight.
Yeah.
It will wave and you'll stumble around to get to that destination.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do to change that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole concept of this show, of control as well, because like it was the whole scene with them talking about church and organised religion, and it's all them trying to control us through different means. And,
it's like Tony trying to control me to fit in recording all the time.
Hey, the comments keep blasting me. Saying, where's Mr. Robot? Where's Mr. Robot? And I'm like, I want to watch
they're controlling you!
Yeah. No, I really wanted to watch this show. I love this show. A lot of people say season 2's a lot slower. I don't know.
No.
And this episode was quite long, but I think I looked over it once to see the time, because I was just
at one point I was like, oh my god, it's only 37 minutes in.
No, see, I was the opposite. I was the opposite. I looked over and I was like, oh my god, there's only 10 minutes left?
I looked over at 37 and was like, god, there's loads
Did it
left.
drag for you then?
Just at that point that I was like, oh. But I was, in my head, I was wondering if it had gone really quick.
Yeah.
That I looked and I was like, oh, we're only
Still
halfway.
quite a lot. Yeah.
But then, I completely didn't look again.
No, it flew by for me. There was so much going on, and so but then as Elliot was talking about this, we see Dominique, FBI agent, walking along with a flyer onto Coney Island.
Oh yes.
You've got to be effing kidding.
It does just say F Society. It's like you said,
so
it's right in front of your eyes.
It's crazy. That's amazing.
I'm quite interested.
But they bailed at the right time, right? Because once everyone learned it, well, they knew about F Society before that, but I don't know. Once the big hack had gone through,
this is why they had that end of the world party.
Oh yeah, they even said
it?
That to get all the fingerprints everywhere. It's a petri dish of bacteria and germs. Yeah.
So the next episode, I'm quite interested because we didn't learn anything about Tyrell really, apart from that he was talking on the phone. But was he even talking on the phone, or was it bloody hallucinations? We never know.
Yeah, we didn't get much of that.
So the next episode, I'm hoping for more Tyrell, more Ray to know what's
going on.
Yeah. And I'm really hoping. I'm gonna guess that we might see a bit inside F Society, not F Society, but the amusements. Because I imagine she'll probably call it in somehow, or...
Yeah, I mean, it's blatant evidence trail leading to a blatant thing, so... Yeah. But, anything else? So, I don't know what else we could answer. I don't know.
I guess if Angela ruins those two people's lives.
Yeah. Yeah, we might see that.
It's so difficult because, obviously, the effect of Angela's mum dying, like, we know that, like, the hospital bills that her dad, but we've not seen anything more from that since, like, season 1. So, like, it has had an effect, but it's like, but look at you now. Like, yes, you've had the hardships, and yes, nobody should go through that, but you've kind of not moved on, but look at where you're at now.
What,
like,
as in she's got a better job?
She's got a good job, she's living.
But then on the counter side to that, you had, remember the scene where the guy was doing her shoes?
Yeah.
And he's like, how can you work for those people? They're
Yeah.
Soul Suckers. It's Evil Corp. They're named that.
But it's also so awkward,
and we've
because
seen
you're ruining the lives of other people.
We've seen so many bits of like them being like even blatantly in front of her horrible things. Like he like when the guy shot himself, Philip was like, he was an arsehole.
Yeah.
And then he goes up on the mic going, we loved him. He was great.
Yeah, it's so hard.
But yeah.
Because you're not just ruining their life as well, you're ruining their whole family's life.
Yeah, and it changes a lot, yeah.
Like, it should have been dealt with in that situation.
That kind of leads to the whole one bullet can change everything.
Yeah.
This can change everything.
Yeah, because it is like, if they were punished for what they done at the time, there wouldn't be this trailer family that have now got to pay for the crimes of...
Unless their crimes are recent, but you don't know.
You just don't know. So
who knows? Yeah.
To put that disc in her hands, it would be quite nice. There's a part of me that hopes they really do a really good scene of her trying to like process and like work out what like.
You never know though. Yeah, it could just jump to them being put in handcuffs or nothing happening. You never know.
Because you obviously got like season 1, you had all the bit with her boyfriend at the time and that disc.
Yeah.
And then you saw like her working out that he'd been cheating on her, and like you'd had all that sort of thought process with her, and I don't know.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. Do you think we'll see any more Dark Army? We had mentions of them.
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
I think they've gone. They know how to do things right. And they disappeared.
They've gone into the shadows. Cool. Well, that was episode 3. I think we're really enjoyed that. I'm glad we're back watching it. We'll be back next time for some more. Let's see, we've got like 10, 13 episodes. I can't remember. Let's have a look. We have 12 episodes to go through. So we got another 9 and we're going to get on with it. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Everything you got to say about it? Don't think there's anything else. Just great direction.
We've just been talking
for
like
great.
An hour about it.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, so there we go. That shows how good it is, I think. But we'll be back next time. Thank you very much. See you then. Bye-bye.